and grow rich, failure consciousness to success consciousness.
Super important what people close to us.
Of poverty or failure and defeat in living in the countries that they are facing lots of challenges. They're to stop people to taking actions. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a new video with Darina here. Hello.
Hi, happy to see you.
Happy to see you too. So this is the place that we are staying right now, and we decided to, because like here every night we gather together and read some books. So I had an idea, record these videos of reading the book and introduce some good books and have our thoughts and talk about that in the video, so it could be beneficial for you and for us too. What do you think?
I think it's a really good idea, and I really want that we share our thoughts about this book, and I think it will be useful for people who can watch us.
The first book that we choose is like a very famous book, Think and Grow Rich, that we have here. So every day we will read one chapter, and we will share with you some phrases, and we will talk about that in details, and then I want you to talk and comment about your ideas about the book, and if you read this book already, tell us how did it affect your life. Let's start.
Yeah.
The first chapter of this book is the power of thoughts, and we both know like how thoughts can be powerful in order, like in a good and bad way, both of them. And so this is the story. We don't want to read all the chapter, of course. We just want to read some phrases that can show the whole idea of the chapter, and then discuss more about that and share our ideas. And we're waiting for you to share your ideas as well. So did you read this chapter, right? It's about like Thomas Edison. You want to start, or I should?
I read this chapter.
Okay, what do you think about that? You know, the part that I really liked was like the part of 3 feet from gold. And it's mentioning that one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. Every position is guilty of this mistake at one time or another. What do you think about that? You know, it's like it means that when you are close to something, you shouldn't quit, and like this can be a very popular mistake that we all can do.
I think that I'm this type of person who had like quote, never give up. You know, if something close, if you want something, you can do everything to get what you want.
The part that I really liked, and it says, failure comes to those who indifferently allow themselves to become failure conscious. The object of this book is to help all who seek it learn the art of changing their minds from failure consciousness to success consciousness. And another weakness found in altogether too many people is the habit of measuring everything and everyone by their own impressions and beliefs. Some who read this will believe that no one can think and grow rich. They cannot think in terms of riches because their thought habits have been steeped in poverty, want, misery, failure, and defeat.
Yeah, because it's super important when our thoughts focusing on something. If our thoughts focusing that, you know, every time I told like my mom and my family, I told them that it's not so good. For example, my mom every time talked like one phrase, we are not a millionaire. We are not millionaire. We couldn't do this because we are not millionaire. You know, from time to time, you don't need to be millionaire to do this or to organize this.
We have some guests. Hey, it's okay. There are people here. Okay, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, and I told her that for different situations, we don't need to be millionaire to do this or to get this. And at the same moment, if you focus in more, or we are not enough, we are not, you know, and if you focus in on something you couldn't get, or if you focus in on some failures or something like this, of course, your opportunities and everything go from you, because I think that it's super important to clear your mind and understand on what you're focusing. And it works about people. You know, today, after we had tradition every morning or every evening reading together books. And I spoke about Zhenya about this, and we spoke about you about this topic, that it's super important what people close to us. Because if people close to us have good habits, healthy habits, and if they inspired us or do something, read
Exactly.
books, do push-ups, go sports, do yoga, do something stuff. If we see each other, people who can do this, we have this motivation more and more,
Exactly.
and we focus in
Exactly.
on this, and we grown up so faster.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
we really can get affected by people like around us. That's the reason that I told you, like, one of the most things that I care for, like choosing a place for living, is like which kind of people that I'm interacted with, and like the community that I have. I will have, my future family will have. The other day we were talking about that. This is so important because like at the end, you, if they are so far from the person that you really want to be, the habits that you want to have, at the end you will be like them, because this is the power of effect of other people on your behavior, on your life, on your habits, and on your success. I truly agree with you. And the thing that is saying here is like, kind of coming from the limiting beliefs that if the habits of your thoughts is like coming from the place of poverty or failure and defeat, at the end it will be the truth of your life, because it's like the habits of having these thoughts on your mind, so you cannot take actions that is like not aligned with these thoughts. And for continue, it's a million of people look at
what? Male?
the millions,
Millions. Okay.
millions of people look at the achievements of Henry Ford and envy him his good fortune or luck or genius or whatever it is they credit for Ford's fortune. Perhaps one person in every 100,000 knows the secret of Ford's success, and it's like again, we can like hear someone's success story, and we just like say it's a luck or it's like a genius or any kind of special facilities
Yeah.
that person has. Which that is the reason I think people like us, like normal people, I'm not saying we are like super successful or
Yeah.
successful, but we are living the life we want and we choose. So this
I think we are successful.
okay, but yani, we can be in the middle. I mean, the important part that we share our stories, our habits, anything that we think that our community can benefit from.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. In the other interview I had, I told this, like this sharing is so important, because people that they knew us in real life, they can resonate with us more, rather than like really hear a podcast from a very famous guy like having $1 million like company. Why? Because they knew us from maybe childhood, from high school, from
Yeah, yeah.
university, and they saw us, and they saw how far they become, and what we achieved, and what was the pathway that we came, and we are literally living the life we want. And we are in the same maybe age with them. Maybe we are coming from the same country that they live.
Yeah, from the
And
same
like
city, the
same
same
problems,
conditions.
same
Yeah.
challenges. Of course, we had maybe some
Yeah.
lucks or facilities on the way, but the most important thing that we had the courage to take actions and
Yeah.
put into like come into the way full of uncertainty. This is the important things that they can resonate more with people they knew, rather than like famous people or very successful people, like
Yeah.
here is mentioning Henry Ford, for example. You can like easily read this book or a book like about this kind of people, and you're like, oh my god, no, this person, like for example, someone from my country, they're coming from like this first world countries, or they had this or they had that. So as you know, your people from your country, people from my country, they're facing a lot of challenges, so it's
Yeah.
normal to have some, I don't want to call it limiting beliefs, but it's part of the truth of
Yeah.
everyone's life in living in the countries that they are facing a lot of challenges. But at the same time, if we want to only sit and talk about these problems, nothing will change. And we as normal people, we cannot do anything about like big problems in a society.
Yeah, we waste time.
Exactly. It's just a waste of time. I can sit here, talk about the problems that is
Yeah.
happening in my country or in the Middle East area and nag about it till night. And like it might get a very good view because like that it's a good topic. But at the same time, I don't want to make it like make these problems or challenges so powerful in order to stop people to taking actions. Because at the end of the day, we just have this one life, and if we want to stop ourselves, stop our mind or thoughts to imagine ourselves a life that we want, nothing will change.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think, for me, this situation about if someone tells that someone is super successful, how these people get this, this success. No one, not a lot of people talked about mistakes, about failure, about fails, about how he or she can solve all problems. All people like see top of success.
Exactly.
Okay, everyone see just like, okay, this person has million followers, or I don't know, super successful company, and we see like result, but we don't see a lot of failures.
Exactly.
We don't see a lot of tears, a lot of problems and everything. If, for example, someone feel, oh, I won't have the same, but you don't know how this person get this, and maybe if you see all way of this
maybe
person,
you don't want it.
maybe you don't want to be like,
Exactly.
just like how it's say, I forgot how it's tell in English, but if you will be in clothes of this person, you don't need
in the shoes of the
in
person.
shoes of this person, you don't want, if you want to get this. And I think that the most important about this, of course, it's actions, beliefs in yourself, first of all, beliefs what you do, that you do something good, and do this. Actions, beliefs, positive meaning, and combine this together, and you have all chances to be successful. No one couldn't tell you that you couldn't do. It's like people couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that I lived 5 months as now in Bali. I couldn't believe in that. Where like if you ask me 4 years ago that I will go alone, girl, in another part of the world and live here 6 months in Asia, I tell, oh my gosh, I couldn't. I couldn't. It's impossible. But now it's possible. In the same, if we see each other after 5 or 10 years, and create video, and I think we will get more and more other success in our lives.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I just really want that people enjoy this, write comments, like,
if you already read this book,
follow channel, and maybe you have idea about other books. Maybe you have some favorite book who can help you change your mind, or who can motivate you to do something. You can write in comments, okay, we can read this book too. We can find this, buy this, or like look in Google or something else, and we can share all of our thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for taking the time for yourself and like watching us. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.